Hello, my people. Welcome back to Bars with Caleb. Today, we are diving into one of Ghana's most talked about celebrity topics, which is Daddy Lumba's marriage saga, and breaking down what the law actually says about it. In this video, we are taking out all emotions and we are going to deal with the law only. Now, if a man is married in Germany but goes on to marry another woman here in Ghana who legally owns the property, that's one question. And we are going to find out, and what about the children? That is another question. Well, let's find out. In this video, I'm going to group everything into 5 or 6 sections so that you get to understand everything. First of all, let's go to section 1 and let's talk about the legal background. So here's the backstory of what is happening in Ghana right now. Under the German law, which is bigamy, which means marrying another person while still legally married, it is considered a criminal offense under section 172 of the German Criminal Code. So put this in mind. Under section 172 of the German Criminal Code, if you are married to someone legally and you marry someone else, it is considered a criminal offense in Germany. So that means if Daddy Lumba was so legally married to Akusia Sewa in Germany, he wasn't legally allowed to marry Odo Bruni in Ghana. And guess what? Germany would not even recognize that second marriage. It would be considered void. So put that in mind. That is for section 1. Now let's go to section 2. We've seen what the law says in Germany. Now let's see what the law says here in Ghana. Under our Criminal Offence Act, it also bigamy to marry another person while an existing marriage still stands. So unless both marriages are under customary law, which allows polygamy. So without any customary law backing the first marriage, then the second one will be considered also void. So if Daddy Lumba's first marriage was under ordinance, which is normally a monogamous type of marriage, then his second marriage in Ghana is also considered void. That means legally, Akusia Sewa remains the only wife of Daddy Lumba. I hope this one is clear to us well. Now let's go to section 2. Imagine that Lumba has a lot of properties and wants to share them among these two women. Who is going to claim ownership of the properties? So that is another question we need to ask ourselves and get answers to. Now, this is where the money talk comes in. Many people are on social media talking a lot about who should own the properties of Daddy Lumba and who should not, who should claim it and who should not. Now, listen to this part well. Let's imagine that Lumba died without any will, leaving 10 million estate, 10 million Ghana cedis estate, houses, royalties, businesses, and bank accounts. Under Ghana's Intestate Succession Law, the law which was passed under the PNDC era, the PNDC Law 111, the property will be divided like this. 3/16 will go to the legal spouse, which is Akusia Sewa. 9/16 out of the 10 million Ghana cedis will be shared equally among all his children. When I say all his children, I mean both children of Akusia Sewa and from Odo Bruni. Now 1/8 will also go to his father's family, and 1/8 will also go to his mother's family. Now, I hope you are getting the math well. So Akusia Sewa gets 1.875 million Ghana cedis, and each of the 5 children, or each of her children, will also get 1.125 million Ghana cedis. The rest goes to the extended family. I hope it is clear. That is how the money and property will be shared. So in this case, Odobroni will not get anything. What do you think? Well, let's find out. Let's go to section 4. Section 4, we want to discuss what about Odobroni and her kids. It is where many people are getting things wrongly because they are only saying things out of emotion. I guess what? The law is the law. You can't use emotions to talk about anything. You have to let the law deal with it full course. Now, here's the twist. Even though the second marriage is void, which is Odobroni's marriage to Daddy Lumba is considered void, their children are not illegitimate. The key word is the children are not illegitimate. They are legitimate. So under both Ghanaian and German law, every child has equal rights once paternity is proven. So Odobroni's kids or children will share equally with Akufia Sewe's children. As simple as ABC. But Odobroni herself, she doesn't inherit automatically because the law doesn't recognize her marriage with Daddy Lumba as legitimate or legally right. It's considered void. So she can only keep or claim property that Lumba gifted to her while he was still alive, or property she helped him acquire if she can only prove it. That's all. I hope this one is clear. Now let's go to section 5. Real life implications. What will this bring? So, practically speaking, if the houses, cars, and royalties were earned during Lumba's legal marriage to Akusia Sewa, she is the only one with legal control of Lumba's properties. Odobroni only get a share if she directly invested or helped buy those assets. That is why it is crucial for celebrities and anyone with wealth to handle marriage and property legally because the law doesn't recognize emotional promises. I hope it's clear. So, section 6, which is my final thought. So, at the end of the day, Akusia Sewa remains the legal wife since there's nothing proving, there's no document proving that they were divorced before Lumba came to Ghana. So while there's no document proving that, it means their marriage was still holding. So Odobroni's children are legally hers, and she herself only gets what she can prove she helped Lumba build. Otherwise, there's nothing she can earn. The only thing she will benefit is what will go to her children. Anything that goes to her children will automatically come to her. I believe this is fascinating, right? Now imagine how many people are living in similar situations without even realizing the implications of what could happen if they are no more. Well, if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Bars with Caleb because here we break down the truth behind trending stories across the world with facts, not gossip. Drop a comment. Do you think Odobroni deserves a share of the property? Let's discuss it in the comments below.